One two one two. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Hey 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 hey. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Hey 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 hey. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Hey 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 hey. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Need to find out if my generals are here. Hello hello hello. If you are in here right now, I'm probably going to wait for about a good 2 to 3 minutes before I kind of go ahead and get into this particular matter right here. And then I'm letting a few people know that I am live while I'm getting ready to go ahead and go into this. And hopefully there are some St. Louis listeners that's in this chat right now before I go into it. But yep, this is what I'm talking about right here. And give me a second. I'm missing something. Oh, yeah. Let my generals know that I'm live. Hello to all 50 of you that are in here right now, and thank you for tuning in as we talk about some particular things. And this right here is going to be one of the things I want to see, and hopefully I can be proven wrong on this, but it's highly doubtful. But in a case like this, I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. So okay, the other night, guys, if you're listening, okay, I'm gonna get my way for 2 or 3 minutes so everybody can get in here, so I can go ahead and tell you guys what happened. Because I tell y'all that I cross over the river from the Illinois side to the St. Louis side. And I cross over from the Illinois side to the St. Louis side to see patients and all that. So I'm going to wait a little bit. Like I said, I'm about to let my generals know that I'm live. I'm going to take these off because these things make me hot. And I will be able to go right into it. So give me a second to let my... Okay, there go one of my generals. Non-lethal is here. Okay. All right. So let me see. Non-lethal. I'm letting lethal know that I'm going live. Barbara Cologne, I'm always good, sis. I'm always good. Always. Let's see here. Hopefully all you guys are all doing well. Don't mind me. I'm just scrolling through to find my general to let her know that I'm live. I'm going to be going live probably again a little later on another topic that I'm going to discuss with one of our subscribers here. It's going to be a live call in where you're going to be able to hear her voice, hear her opinion, all that good stuff on this. So, all right. I want to say hi to every last one of you. And I know all of y'all might have said hi to me. And I know people like they're okay. So while I can do it right now, I'm saying hello to Cherry Cohen, Simon King, Rev B, Chris Heatherton, Jeffrey, K, Robert Bryan, Raymond Cohen, Levin Live, Damon Arnold, Megan, Nicole Fox, Delilah, Justin, Creed, Carmen, Dana, Colin, my general, Beth, Barbara Cologne, Rumi, Fried It, Sherry Truitt. All right. OEF, what's going on? Perry Hart. Oh, yeah. And Happy Majin and Stefan Murphy, Jolly Ollie, Melissa Santiago, Damon Arnold, Sherry Truitt again. Okay. So with that being said, let me go ahead and let y'all know what happened. So over in St. Louis, check this out. They had what was supposed to be a peaceful protesting, but it turned out to be a riot. Okay. Let me see how it sounds to you guys so I can know how to keep my voice. Okay. They had what they called a peaceful, wasn't peaceful, it turned into a riot. Okay. Police officer, or retired police officer, let me say it, retired police officer who worked security. Pawn shop was being broken into. The alarm was set off. This retired police captain went there and he was shot and he was killed. 4 other police officers in St. Louis were shot. Non-life-threatening injuries, but they were shot. And with that being said, I wanted to know, and if they just happen to be watching, where's Black Lives Matter? A life was lost, and it was a black life, and it just happened to be a cop. One of the most ridiculous, dumbest things I've heard somebody say, and some of these comments that they left on these different platforms, someone said they took one of ours, now we took one of theirs. Wait a minute, I thought this was about race. When you say what do you mean? Because both of the men in this cases that died were black. Don't y'all think that sounds a little strange? A bunch of different comments and people liking it and all that. The comment said they took one of ours. Now we've taken one of theirs. St. Louis, they shot 4 police officers, non-life-threatening injuries, but one retired police captain who was working security was killed. I'm asking the St. Louis branch, because I go over there and work, the St. Louis branch of Black Lives Matter. Where are y'all at? My coworker told me about this time when COVID was coming out. To me, this was a racist move. Some Black Panthers went down to certain Chinese restaurants and stood in front of it, telling people not to eat here, da 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 da. In a case like this right here, where are the Black Panthers? Where's Rainbow Coalition? Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, where are y'all at? That's what I want to know. So let me give you guys a little bit of a scenario. Steve Franksack, I'm gonna be on there again later on tonight. Steve, I got some good news too. I'm gonna make a video. You're gonna be proud of me, Steve. What else could it be, Steve? What else could it be? You know what I'm talking about. What else can it be, Steve? Just telling you, I got it. Your wife is gonna be happy, and the rest of everybody's gonna be happy. I have to make a video to tell you what it is, Steve. You already know what it is. I did it, Steve. I did it. Does it come with a $500 bonus? No, I'm just, I'm messing with you. Okay, I did it, Steve. I did it. I'm gonna be making a video later on today, letting everybody know specifically for that. I did it though. All right, so so back into this thing. If you guys are just now tuning in, a retired police captain who was a black man was killed when he came to call about a pawn shop being broken into. 4 police officers in St. Louis were shot. Okay. So what I'm saying is that these local branches around here, who some of them got members that work from, they actually try to call and wanted me to actually talk before them or whatever. I'm not doing that. But anyway, so here's the thing. This is what I want to give y'all a little bit of a scenario right here. Imagine you being a kid. Okay. Everybody here, I don't know what type of father you might have had in your life, whatever like that, but I'm just giving you like Jesus did. I'm just giving you like a little bit of a parable here. There is a man who has a son or a daughter. He tells his son or daughter, your life matters to me more than anything. Your life matters to me. So something happens where a white person does something to one of the man's daughter or son. The man goes all out defending his children for what a white person did to his children. I didn't say what the offense was, okay? It can be them trying to bully him. It could be one of the kids saying you're ugly. It could be one of the kids saying I don't like your clothes, whatever the case may be. The black father goes and defends his child and say, because your life mattered to me. Now, this same school or the same place that this child goes to, black person says exactly the same thing to that child, does exactly the same thing to that child. The child comes back and say, Dad, this kid at school did this to me. This kid at school said this to me. And then the dad goes, well, it's a little different, because it's a little different. Now the kid is going to, what do you think the kid is going to be left with? Confusion, right? If a Asian person says something to the black kid, did something to the black kid, the kid comes and tell their father, this kid at school said this about me or did this to me. And the father, well, that's a little different, I don't know. But the kid comes back, Dad, somebody else did something to me again. Who was it? It was a white kid. What? I'm so sick and tired of being taught about. So then, how do you think that kid is going to be left? With confusion. I'll raise you another one about the father part about this because I made a lot of them mad. Black Lives Matter. You guys are no different than 75% of black fathers. You're no different than 75% of black fathers. You supposed to be there, but you're not. You supposed to be there to protect, but you're not unless it fits your narrative. You're supposed to be there to defend them when something goes on. You're supposed to be there to encourage them when they need it. You're supposed to be there to show them the way when they're lost. You're supposed to be there to actually give them wisdom advice with dealing with life situations, but you're not. So here's the thing. I find that it's a very crazy close resemblance of Black Lives Matter and Black fatherlessness amongst Black people. Y'all are the same exact way. Y'all got the same type of characteristics. Y'all do a lot of talking and a lot of action. But I do know something that happened before. If I was to go tell my dad, even though he wasn't in my life, y'all know that. I'm not holding no punches on that. My dad was not in my life. But if me or my brothers went to my dad and told him, hey, somebody did something to us, he would be ready to jump up there and defend us. So then we feel like, oh, okay. Now imagine my dad only defended us if it was a white person. Now what I'm getting at is this. Black lives matter, but they can't matter because if they did, you would be working with Black people trying to prevent them from getting into situations where they would die to where their life would matter. And I'm not saying this is all of them, but I'm saying Black lives matter. To me, you're no different than a lot of fatherlessness. This is coming from a person that didn't have his father in his life. I see the same exact characteristics. You only come and help or do something when it fits your narrative. So I'm gonna give y'all an example. My dad was not in my life. Most of y'all know that. And when I got older and I started getting really, really good in track and field and basketball, I started being in the newspapers and all this. Then people would come up and say, man, your dad told me who he was. And he said, my son is doing this. My son is doing it. Your dad is woo. Your dad is so proud of you. Your dad, I'm like, who? My dad. I never recall my dad coming to one track meet. Okay. So then by the time I got to my junior, senior year, I'm breaking records left and right, going to every track meet, still hold the indoor state record for Illinois. Y'all can look it up. And all of a sudden, the dad pops up. Oh, this is my son. Oh man, this is my son. This is my son. You sitting there like, wait a minute. Now you care. Why do you care now? Well, all of a sudden now, what's the narrative behind it? So you can jump up and make it seem like you was there all this time? No. So my point is this: Black Lives Matter. You show up when it fits your agenda or it fits your narrative, when it makes you look good. Because where was you when I needed that time, when I needed you, whenever I needed to figure out my way in life? Where is Black Lives Matter, period, in any of these kids' lives when they just out and about in the streets, whatever like that, don't got no after school programs to go to, don't got nothing to do, whatever like that? Where are you then? Where are you when you have these young, angry Black kids who are only angry because somebody told them to be angry at white people or at white police officers specifically? Where are you to actually show them the way that that's not really it? You can't do that. Why? Why have none of y'all actually wanted to say, hey, I'll talk to you about this. I'll show you what we really are about. Where are you guys at now? This Black police officer who's a captain, who is a father, a grandfather, a brother, a sister, an uncle, a great uncle. Where are y'all at now? Where? I mean, I'm just trying to figure something out because I'm confused. I mean, I know that it was a local here. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not trying to make no difference between the two. Floyd was a single Black man that was killed at the hands of police. This police officer is a man that is killed at the hands of rioters and looters. So right now, for police Captain David Dorn, I'm trying to figure out, where is his justice? Where is the news media? I mean, our local news did it, but y'all know I don't have TV. Nobody at work told me about it. Did this make national news? I'm asking you guys to listen to me right now. Did this make national news? Captain David Dorn, did his story make the national news of a police officer murdered by rioters and looters? Did it make the national news? I got one no from Clemtown Tigers. Thank you. Non-lethal told me no. All you guys in here are from different areas, different countries, whatever like that. And I'm asking you guys, do you guys know about the story of Captain David Dorn being murdered? It was on CNN. How for what? Briefly? Like what? Now, when I say did you guys see it, we're not talking online. We're talking national news, like where you tune in, you got your TV on and all that. That's what I'm talking about. Sammy, don't fall for that. It's not racist America. It's not racist America. It's narratives left and right. People trying to get in where they fit in. Melanie Henry says she just heard about it from you. No, I don't know about this in Australia, says Megan. Thank you for that. 30 seconds on the local news here in Central Florida. 30 seconds. Why isn't it being, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want people to think about this right now. I know that probably ain't nobody in here that really listen. Nobody in here in this channel right now. I know that there's probably no black people in here, because guess what? This is like, see what I'm saying? Now you have to own up to it. You have to own up to it. Black people just killed a black cop. That don't matter, do it? I mean, what? I'm just saying, I need some answers. I'm trying to figure something out, because y'all be so darn quick to jump on this fact that this white police officer killed a black man. A police officer killed a black man. The whole world getting ready to go crazy, go riot and everything. A black man killed a black police officer. 30 seconds. That's it. You don't think that this man's Captain, I'm still calling him Captain. Guess what he was? Just like me. I have a coach or coaches that are retired. I still call them coach. So Captain Dorn, his wife, them are still going to hurt the same. They still got the same pain that Floyd family's going to have, but without the clout. Why not? All yesterday, I didn't know what was going on because I was celebrating my 19th year anniversary. Whoop, whoop. But all yesterday, I'm seeing on my Instagram feed just black screens. I'm like, what the heck is this? They're like, it's Blackout Tuesday. The heck is a Blackout Tuesday? I only know on a Black Friday. I ain't know Tuesday had one. Anyway, my point in saying that is Black Tuesday. Why? Why was it Black Tuesday? Because of what happened, what's going on in America? Again, if you are not smart enough to see straight through this, I don't know how much more crystal clear it can be to you. For the ones that's watching this, not in the live, I'm not talking to you guys in the live stream. For the ones that actually are watching this after I posted this and it's done, I'm asking y'all, you sure Black Lives Matter? All the ones that were doing all this posting, that y'all so tired of this. Y'all so tired of being oppressed, which I'm going to be talking about later. We ain't going to get on that right now. I'm going to leave that for my conversation later on. You so tired of being downtrodden. We so tired of being backed up in a corner. We're so tired of being disproportionately sought out. I cannot be more crystal clear than to show you that we are killing our own and we don't care. Black Lives Matter. I know what you're going to do because I know how your mindset is going to be. You're going to try to rebuttal and come up with some excuse. Well, that's no. No matter how you try to turn this around, a police officer who was doing his job. No, let me revert that back. Not a police officer, a retired police captain who was working security, was doing his job and got killed by his own people. What are we going to say? It's such a hypocritical thing. And I know some people that want to go around. I got some of you guys on here right now. Give me a second. Try to listen to this sound. Give me a second. All right. So anyway, that's just one of the things I just want to bring to the attention, because I'm going to have a lot of y'all. When I say y'all, I'm not talking to the ones that say listen, but you might be in here too. You're going to try to find some way to still bring this down and say, no, that's because black people are sought out by the police officers. Well, Black people are sought out by their own black people as well too, huh? I'm just trying to figure something out. This was a man who was retired, had, I don't know, 20, 30 years on the police force, served his city of St. Louis, served the counties, went on countless calls, tried to save other black people's lives, trying to help black people, serving his own community as a black man, as a black man, serving his own community, helping out lives, going on calls, trying to save people's lives, trying to talk people's heads on straight, doing exactly what he was supposed to do. The man retired and still wanted to serve his community, only to be killed by his community. So again, my friends who I grew up with, some family members that may disagree, please tell me that I'm seeing this wrong. Please tell me that I'm seeing this wrong. Because I don't know how you're gonna come back on this. I have no idea how you're gonna come back on this. I want to know what the argument is going to be. Well, maybe he was trying, maybe, if he was retired and he knew that we're looting, why did he try to go down there and do anything? He was doing his job. Well, maybe some people just going to be evil. He should have just stayed retired. Are you kidding me? You killed a retired police captain, but yet you were down there rioting and being mad in the name of George Floyd being killed. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the comment section. I cannot wait to see the comments section. This Black Lives Matter stuff. I want to see it. Black Lives Matter again. I've done countless amount of videos and not one of you guys have reached out. You haven't reached out. Like I said, Black Lives Matter, y'all no different than a lot of black fathers. And when I say, reason why I say a lot, guys, because 74 to 75%, I just like the number 5. 75% of all blacks don't have a father in the home. And I got countless amount of stories of friends that I grew up with. All of us kind of had the same story. Some of them more than us. Some of them, they knew of their dad. Their dad would give them a little money, give them a little something here. But what I'm saying is that relationship-wise, it seemed like a lot of stuff is still the same. And it's amazing to see it that way. It's so amazing to see it that way. That what do y'all do whenever nobody is dying? Because people are constantly dying in Chicago. But do you guys at the Black Lives Matter, do you have a program where y'all constantly talking to the same kids, keeping them on straight street, teaching them how to be with their mom, not to be disrespectful to their mom, having their moms possibly sign over like a type of guardianship to where if something happened, that real men in Black Lives Matter can get in your butt about what you're doing? That's what I'm talking about. This right here has completely turned to not even being about Mr. Floyd at all. I mean, it's not even about him no more. Now, on my Instagram, and please don't take offense to this because I know a lot of you guys were doing this to kind of take up for me a little bit. And what am I saying? Some of y'all were posting Black Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter, and y'all saying things like, I'm white and it's terrible what's happening to the black people and da-da-da-da-da. I'm white and you need to support more black people that are out there trying to, I get what y'all trying to do. I get it. I totally get it. But I'm not seeing it the way y'all seeing that. I'm on a whole different spectrum of how people want y'all to see this. You're hearing it from a black man who grew up in the ghetto, in the hood, seen minimum 15 murders in my life. I'm not talking about hearing about it. I'm talking about seeing it or discovering. That's what I'm talking about. Seeing the stuff happen in your face. From that to be where I am right now. So nobody can sit there and try to make it seem like I was spoon fed, because if you heard my story, some of y'all wouldn't have no idea. For me to sit there and hustle and get through things to be where I am, and for you to try to sit there and try to tell me that you can't Somebody didn't lie to you. Do they got a Black Lives Matter foundation to where they get scholarships going for kids in school? Does Black Lives Matter have a, some type of, I don't know, foundation or a special scholarship for kids to go off to college that are Black? So here's the thing. I know I'm going to have a lot of my own kind against me, which I do not care, because the side that I'm on has nothing to do with color. I'm all about the one who says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. I live for the one that says, do unto others as you would have them do to you. And some people don't even see, some people don't read it right. They don't say do unto others as others. No, he say do unto others as you would have them do to you. So if somebody wronged me, he's saying do unto them what you would have them do to you. Oh, okay, I would rather have them do this to me. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't care. Somebody sent me a little clip just because it's a celebrity saying, look, all lives matter. This ain't the time to be saying that right now. I don't care what celebrity picture or video y'all sent me. I do not care. It's all. If you call yourself walking after God, being a Christian, please do me a favor. Do not tell me Black Lives Matter. Seriously. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings or anything like that. Don't try to tell me Black Lives Matter, because it may make you feel good to say that because you're saying that, you know, that I'm Black and you know that we're struggling out there. No. And you do know that in Atlanta, majority of police officers in Atlanta is Black. So I'm trying to figure something out. What they do there? What did the police officers there do to it? I mean, it's so much bull in a lot of this stuff, folks, that you won't even be able to begin to understand the evils that work behind all this. It's not about no black or white. This is all about control, folks. This is all about somebody sitting behind strategically planning things to plant, and they know that they are successful based off of how you reacted to it. Oh my God, aren't they? All these folks that were coming out against me when I was talking about the whole C word that has the number 19 in it, when I was telling them so much stuff about this, and all it took was an event like this to happen, and COVID went out the door. You want to know why? Now that it's just like the Lord of the Rings. I don't know if y'all ever seen that, but there was a time in the Lord of the Rings towards the end of the movie that they met they distracted the evil one. They went to the front gates and started a fight, and the eye turned towards them. His focus was on something else, so they was able to get in and infiltrate and destroy. So anyway, my point in saying all that is this. They knew good and well that we would start. I'm just saying, it may not seem like it to you guys, but in the real world that I go out in, walking amongst people, talking to people, nobody was buying this. Y'all just do not know. A lot of people were not buying this bull crap. So now another thing had to happen for them to jump on board with, to turn the focus somewhere else. Now all of a sudden, social distance don't matter no more. Where did social distancing go? I mean, weeks before that, y'all arresting mothers at parks with their kids. Y'all arresting a father playing ball with his kid at the park because he wasn't supposed to be at a public space. Y'all going and people yelling, stay 6 feet behind, and people doing all this. Y'all got markers and all this stuff up in the stores and got to wear a mask when you come here, and people walking outside with masks. I mean, people still got masks on right now, and then because of COVID, they got them on because of tear gas and stuff. But my point is, all of a sudden it went. So I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but I got my own mind. I got my own reason, my own philosophy behind it. Black lives don't matter to Black Lives Matter. Y'all get what I'm saying? Black lives don't matter to Black Lives Matter. Nope. You can go get the person that started the organization. You can go get one of their top captains. You can go get the leader of a branch. I would love to sit down, have them right here. I would love to sit down and have them right here and go over this with me. Unbiased. I don't dislike Black Lives Matter. Just like I don't dislike fathers that do their children wrong. I know everybody has their reasons, but my point is this. I'm just trying to figure out, why do you only show up when it's a white person killing a black person? That's all I'm saying. Nobody wants to come out and answer these questions at all. If you are a white person and you're in here right now, I feel for y'all. I completely feel for you guys. And this is the reason why I'm saying this. You guys are becoming a target. Y'all are becoming a target. Y'all getting to a point. Y'all remember how it was back in the, go with me now. Listen to me real quick. From me studying history and all that I've been doing extensively, and I know, extensively, there were times when black people couldn't say certain things to white people. There were times black people, you better not even so much as even think you want to say something to a white person. It seemed like slowly things are being turned around to where y'all can't even say the word black almost. Dang, y'all can't say color people. You can't say people of color. Y'all don't know what to say. To me, it seemed like there's almost this type of agenda to get everything to be turned to where now every last one of you guys are the enemy. Every last one of y'all are the enemy. Y'all probably can't say nothing to us. Don't say nothing to make us upset. Don't say nothing to make us mad, because all we gotta do is yell racism, and they know y'all gonna be. All we gotta do is yell racism, and y'all in trouble. Y'all can sit there and say, "I don't like the way you looking at me." Why? You rate? I mean, it's absolutely crazy that the tables are being turned to where y'all are looking exactly like the bad person. You guys are the ones. Oppression. You say oppression. Oppression. Y'all the ones being oppressed, because this narrative is saying that y'all are the enemy. And what's really crazy, it's just this sick, crazy thing that people don't even see. We got black on black crime, but we won't march for black on black crime. And to be quite honest with you guys, to my white folks that's listening right now, my white people that are listening to me right now, y'all do know that most people that are in the top 1%, the billionaires, quadrillionaires, whatever they are, y'all do know they are white, right? And if they are white, and whatever is operating behind them, which I know what's operating behind them is evil, that they're letting operate behind them. If they're white and they're pushing these things on all of us, you got white people hating white people, with black people hating white people, with black people killing black people, because they keep on showing white people kill black people. I'm telling you, if people need to wake up to see what's going on, instead of looking at things and just responding and going off of your raw emotion, ask yourself, wait a minute, why? Remember they taught you in school? Who, what, when, where, why, how come? Nobody asks those questions no more. It just respond and go do something. So I'm telling you, it's really, really strange. And you really need to look at that way. You white people, look, black folks, we killing each other. White folks killing each other. There's really nothing that's new, like the Bible says, under the sun. It's the same stuff that's been going on since day one. Somebody said, well, tell me this. How is it that more of us are being killed by the cops? I said, no, more of us are not being killed by the cops. That's impossible, because there's way more white people than it is black people. That already knocks that out the door. Number two, the reason why it seems like more black people are being killed by white people is because that's all you're being shown. If you keep on being shown white people killing black people, you gonna have black folks coming out wanting to just come and kill any white person that they see. And let me raise y'all another one. Let me raise you another one. You guys, when I say you guys, I'm talking about all of y'all that are listening. Different folks sent me clips. You guys sent me videos. I've seen videos of the crowd of black people beating the stank out of two police officers and a female white police officer. Both police officers was white. The female woman was white. Dragging them, pulled their vest off, beating the police. And as I watched that, I became, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. They're beating the white police officer. One police officer got them off of them and started moving out the way. They're steady beating the other white police officer. The female police officer trying to help out, they start beating her up. And then they start dragging the police officer, and then she held onto her partner's leg, and they drugged both of them. Now, this is what I really, really find strange. Any other time police are being attacked, police are defending themselves. I sat there and watched that and said those police officers had every right in the world for the one, like one police officer was holding on to the man's shirt while the man was beating him in the head. That police officer had every right to pull his gun out and blast that dude. His partners, 2 other partners, had every other right to pull their guns out and draw and point at the crowd saying, get back. But they sat there and took that beating. That's what really struck me really strange. Why? Why? They would have been justified. I'm trying to figure out why. Why are police officers not fighting back now? But then, this is another strange one. Police officers and rioting police officers are attacking CNN reporters for no reason, but CNN reporters are standing right there and telling them, "No, we're the news," and they get pushed and all this. They get pushed and popped and all this. It's strange. It's absolutely strange. You know what? I'm just being real with y'all. If it was me, if I was a police officer and I'm sitting there taking a beating like that, whoever is the person, I mean, if I'm holding on to you and clearly you are beating me, you getting tased, I'm shooting you in your leg. I'm shooting you. I mean, they could have killed them. They could have straight up killed them. So again, I totally understand what's going on. And when it all comes down to it, I'm just give y'all a little bit of an insight. On the streets, a lot of people don't understand this. If you're not a part of this, if you never was a part of the major drug world. In the drug world, there's families. Y'all know about the mob, Russian mob, Chinese triad, right? So you can have these little people that call themselves being in a gang, which is organized as well. But here's my thing. The way that it works is this. A lot of little people that are, little runners or whatever like that, you're no different than being on the checkerboard. They move you where they want to move you. But at the same time, if they need you to be jumped by the person that they're competing against, just so they can make their move to become successful, that's what's going to happen to you. So now, with that being said, whoever, I ain't going to say whoever, because I know y'all know, I don't care. Nobody has to believe me. This is just me. This is my faith. I got a right to it, just like y'all do. The devil that's behind all this, that these people are working with, strategically is moving things into place and causing all this stuff to happen. And I'm telling you right now, if you are a minister, call yourself a man of God, call yourself a Christian, this is not for us just to be sitting back and, I'm just going to pray for the world. No, folks, it's evil. The evil that is working behind these people, having these people do that, they're not seeing nobody step up and confront them with light. That's what the issue is going to be. That's what the issue is always going to be. I don't care what party, whatever you say, Democratic, Republican, I don't care what party it is. There is somebody that are elite that you don't even know of behind closed doors that's running a lot of stuff. And on top of that, it's what's working behind those elite people. They're called fallen angels. I'm just being real. I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I don't care, whatever. But my point is, folks, you guys have all been put in a situation where you were getting ready to do something that you knew was wrong. And that small little voice, don't do that. Then you had the other one, forget that. They never should have wronged you. They never should have. You think those are just like natural thoughts that came into your head? You think that just actually, like somebody tried to tell them, you think those are just chemicals? You got some chemicals in your brain that said, hey, I don't think it'd be a good idea if you done that. Then you got another chemical say, hey, go ahead and do it because they shouldn't have wronged you. Where do you think those thoughts come from? Something implanted a thought and waited for you to react on it. It's no different than somebody making a decision to do the right thing or the wrong thing. What do you think that is? What do you think? And then like I said, I'm talking about thoughts. When that stuff goes in through your mind, where do you think it's coming from? Who do you think that's whispering that in your ear? Do you think that people like Charles Manson and these folks that sat there and said the devil spoke to me? You think, see, that's what I'm saying. The world wants y'all to think. That world wants y'all to think that when they say the devil or they say a demon or anything, like, the world wants you to think, oh yeah, see, they got mental issues. They crazy. You think you're not born crazy. You only do what you do based off of something that influenced you to do it. That's why it says you are tempted when you are drawn away by your own lust. Tempted by what? Who's tempting you? Whenever somebody's trying to get you to do the wrong thing, who's tempting you? When, let's just say, if you are the one, if you are a king, or if you are a leader, if you are a leader of your family, a husband, whatever, if you are a leader of your family, who's planting these thoughts in your head to make these wrong choices that you're making? Who's planting these thoughts in your head to lead your family the right way? Where does that advice come from? How does those ideas just float out of nowhere? Everybody that y'all know that it has invented something. You think that you just sat around all of a sudden, something planted the idea there. And what they did, they watered that idea until that idea became something that was manifested. Everything that you see right now came from the mind of somebody that an idea was planted into, and they watered it, and it manifested into something physical that we can see. So it works the same exact way in the spirit realm, whether you believe me or not. It does not matter. I'm just stating this. Whenever something keeps on putting these negative influences in your mind, you keep on agreeing with those negative influences and those negative thoughts that come in your mind. Next thing you know, it's going to manifest itself, whether it's depression, whether it's going out and doing a crime, whether it's stealing, whether it's hitting your wife, whether it's hitting your husband, whether it's abuse on your kids, whether it's verbal abuse on your kids. You are watering that thought and agreeing with it. And once you agree with, all of a sudden it comes out. It becomes manifested. That's the only way it works. It's going to come out. So like right now, when we get surprised at all this stuff that's going on, if you are a spiritual person, it's really hard for you not to see what it is that's influencing the person. That's why people get mad at me when I said the police officers that killed this man, when they go to jail, how much time they do. That's why I say I hope that they're able to think about what they really did and how much. Look at the domino effect that it's caused since that man lost his life. If those men really, really search deep down in their heart and see how wrong they are and ask God for forgiveness, thank God that a life has been turned around, a life has been saved. We cannot bring back Floyd, but what's really being missed here and what people seem to not be able to see, you have to get down to people on a personal level, okay? You have to. That's the difference. And when you get with a person on a personal level, you have to remain there and coach them until they get themselves into a plateau where they're no longer driven by those evil forces. And once they do that, you don't have to worry about them falling back into it once they are there. Because once they do get a real true taste of what it is that's influencing them, a lot of people turn away from it. Then there's others that actually embrace it. They embrace the evil. They embrace the darkness. They get a thrill out of doing stuff wrong, like doing things wrong, like causing harm and distraught upon other people's lives. All this did was open up a portal for people that were already criminals, people that are already influenced by evil spirits, evil angels. That all it did was open up a thing for those folks to actually finally get all that stuff out, to be able to go commit a crime and not have to go to jail for it. That's their temptation. Otherwise, people that are not tempted by those things didn't do those things. If you want to know who the criminals are that walked amongst you, this incident right here just proved it. If you wasn't a criminal, you didn't respond and go down there throwing bricks and doing anything like that. If you was a criminal already, all this did was, this called you back to the thing you was trying to get away from. Or better yet, you just seized the opportunity. Crazy. So anyway, with that being said, that's what I'm saying right now. I'm not ashamed. I do not care what anybody thinks about me. I don't care if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God. But all I'm saying is I know what can get rid of a lot of this stuff. And that's real people of God that's calling out what it is. You can call it, listen to me. You can call it racist, right? But what makes a person racist? What makes a person racist? The skin color does not make you racist. The act makes you racist, or is it the way that you think, the way that you are, your behavior, your characteristic, the very thing that makes up who you are makes you racist? Now, then it goes further beyond that. What caused you to be that way? What fed you to be that way that you agree with it, that I'm going to agree to hate you based off your color? Because if you really thought about it, it's stupid. You are flat out stupid if you literally hate a person because of the color of their skin. It has to go something. It's beyond that. I will sit down with anybody right now that is a racist and not even hate you. I won't even be mad at you because I know what drives you. Therefore, I'm not going to hate you. I know what drives you. Okay, let me read this off. Look for a video titled "Angry Black Woman Lays Waste to Hypocrisy of Back." I've seen it already. I've seen it already, but thank you for that. But I know the thing is, here's the thing, they're not going to confront that, because the thing is that it's so hard for people to see what's operating behind all this. I will sit down with any KKK right now. I will sit down with any white supremacist and tell them, I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. Want to know why? Because the kingdom that I'm part of, it sees exactly what it is that's driving you. And all I'm telling you, as a white supremacist or as a KKK who really ain't got nothing to do with all this stuff going on anyway, but my point in saying all that is, I know what drives you. I know what influences you. And you have no idea. You've been tricked. And in the end, all it's going to lead you to is death. Be it death through spirit. It's just not, you have no idea what drives you. But I do. And better yet, there may be some that's into witchcraft or some that may be into the dark arts or whatever like that. They may want to do that just for the clout or just for the having this stuff at disposal, just for the power feeling supreme to somebody, because you're not superior. There's only one that's superior, and he is not of this world. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. He is not of this world. And the thing is, if you teach people right and get them to see that the things that we are up against is invisible forces, we can call those out. But the thing is, the only issue, this, guys, and like I said, some people ain't gonna be able to understand this. Yeah, I'm getting hot. This is what I'm about to say. The reason why I say all this is because the same thing, how you give yourself over to God, is the same way it does in that world too. God don't force himself on you. God don't force you to want to serve him. He doesn't. The devil don't either. You choose that. If you don't believe me, look what the devil did with Jesus. He took him and said, all this is mine to give whoever I please. And he talking about the world. He said, all the kingdoms of the world are mine to give to whom I choose. Now, some people don't even know that. My church folks out there, I don't know if y'all ever looked at it that way. He sat there and he talking to Jesus, telling Jesus, all these kingdoms of the world are mine to give to whoever I choose. If you would just fall down and work, we all know how that story goes. But my point is this. When he said that, he was talking to Jesus, telling him, I can give you all the kingdoms of the world. These people that's running this stuff, and if this is his world, why are we surprised? But the issue is this: as ministers of light, of Christ's living word, what are we doing to get people to see the light? What are we doing? Jesus didn't just come on the scene and just sit back and go, I'm just going to pray for everyone and just hope that I'm going to pray for everybody. No, Jesus went down to ground zero where people were and teaching truths, because guess what? He knew, if I can get to you and influence you on a personal level, how many more people can you get to and influence on a personal level? But there's nobody to do that, because you know what? The news, the media, the TV, especially among blacks, that's why black people, why do y'all think we're targeted? 75% of us don't got fathers in the home, which means you don't have a covering. We don't have fathers. And 75% of us, y'all know good and well, when you reach a certain age, your mom, you know you can run your mama over. I'm being real. Mothers, y'all can sit there and say all day long, no, my son no better. Your son is 13, 14, 15 years old, 6 feet tall. You can't do nothing to your son at all. You cannot do nothing. Your son just only doing it because he know that you mama, but that's why you can't control him. So my point is saying that, who is the one that's raising your son right now? I can tell you who's raising your son. I can tell you exactly who. If any of y'all met my sons, y'all will be able to look at my sons and say, I know who's ever raising those boys right there is a good father. You don't even have to look what I'm saying. None of y'all have ever seen my sons, unless y'all family in here. None of you guys have ever seen my son. But if y'all saw my sons, y'all will be able to look at them and say, whoever are raising them boys right there are raising them boys right. I don't know who it is, but who's ever raising those boys are raising those boys right. Why? Because when you look at my sons and see how they carry themselves, how they talk, how they walk, how they look, how their mannerism, how, you will know somebody must be really good in your life. I don't know who he is, but somebody had a real good influence on your life. But Let's flip that coin over. I can tell who's raising all these other little people out here. I can tell because you acting just like your father. You acting just like your father. Who's your father? Hip hop, TV, rappers, singers, certain type of influencers on TV. That's who y'all fathers is. I don't care if you a boy or a girl. That's who your mother and your father is. If you out there acting like the ones you see on TV, Hollywood, how all this dumb wives of Atlanta, I can tell because y'all talk just like them. Y'all act just like them. I know who your father and your mother is. Your father and your mother is TV. That's what I'm saying. And folks are not going to grasp that. You know, these kids, you look, here's the thing. Kids are like a sponge. And you can have multiple different colors. Let's just say if you have a white sponge and you got all these different colors of fluid around there. Whatever color fluid gets poured on that sponge is going to absorb it. Whatever color gets poured on this part of the sponge is going to absorb it. Pretty soon, you're just going to see a sponge full of all these colors, right? It's the same way. These kids and these children don't even understand that they're only acting out what has been put in front of their face and what has been raised them, what has got into their psyche, what has become a characteristic and a behavior of theirs. That's why I'm not surprised that they're doing it. I said it was going to happen. I said it was going to happen. I'm telling you, I flat out said that it was absolutely going to happen. You're being raised by hip hop, bad influences on TV. Then you don't have no real, a lot of people don't have real teachers. And then you got support groups out there claiming that they for you and they're going to back you up, but they're only going to back you up when you're dead. Y'all ever heard the notion that you are not valuable? Like even like people say a lot of singers and stuff don't become real valuable until they die. Hey, y'all ever heard that? A lot of singers don't become valuable or their record sales skyrocketed when they die. It's the same way with a lot of Black Lives Matter. Yeah, it matters when you're dead. That's about it. So that's what I'm saying. Black lives don't matter to Black Lives Matter. They don't. Prove me wrong. Please, Black Lives Matter. If y'all are watching, would y'all please, look, I don't have Facebook. I'm just not going to get a Facebook. But y'all that listen to me right now, could y'all please share this on y'all Facebook? I want somebody from Black Lives Matter chapter or something like that to please contact me so we can talk. And it ain't going to be no one-on-one talking because I want to talk so the whole world can see us talk about this. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because logically they know what they're doing and what they're seeing. It does not make sense. It sounds good on paper. I mean, like I tell some people to get mad when I say, oh, wow, you know, the manifesto and the brochure, that all sounds good on paper. But as far as doing it, please. I sat there and spoke before a lot of y'all. Spoke for a lot of y'all. Caring Black men, Black Lives Matter, Rainbow Coalition. Spoke for a lot of y'all at these different events and all that. And the reason why I did not join because I never jump into anything fast at all. I take my time with it. I want to see what the real agenda is. You telling me we go and speak before these people, get them all happy and motivated and say we're going to come and do this again in a week. Well, what is that kid? What is those children going to be doing throughout the week? They need you there. They need you throughout the week. Oh, no, we're going to go out and play golf. And then the fact that y'all try to get into so many different political. Oh, yeah, y'all. So let's get all these young black people to come to the Black Lives Matter meetings and all this. Bring your parents. And then you get to tell the parents, look, I can't really do nothing to you if y'all don't vote who we want y'all to vote in. It's come down to politics. And the people that you vote in don't do a darn thing for the city or for the county at all. At all. It's just the county's just steady being ran there. So I don't understand. Your child at 5 years old, by the time your child has reached 15 years old and nothing has changed in your neighborhood, in your community, then tell me what they're doing. That's all I'm saying. What are they doing? And don't try to pull me into this bullcrap. Oh, you're just on a, don't even, no, I'm not no Republican or I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Christian. That's what I am. First and foremost. So don't try to pull me into this, oh, Republican, oh, you're a Democrat. No, I'm going based off of what I see. All right. Can you imagine somebody try to label you if you are how are you a father, but you don't do nothing for your children at all? How are you a father? You know what I'm trying to say? So when you sit there and say, I'm a this or I'm a that, but then your actions state otherwise, why would I believe you? So that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at things for what they are. I'm looking at things for what they are. If you say that you're this and we're going to do this, we're going to help the community. All they do is pump y'all, man. Black folks, black people. How are y'all not seeing this? I am 38 years old. I have not seen anything from Chicago to Decatur. I have not seen anything. The same hood that I grew up with in Decatur, still looks exactly the same. A lot of projects that I grew up around in Decatur, all they did, they tore them down and then they just built them up to make them look good. But the same type of mindset, the same type of people are there. So what changed? Oh, we gave y'all some better buildings. We gave y'all a community center, but we ain't got nothing. We ain't trying to help y'all, the same child molesters, the same drug and thugs and all them. The same people are there. So what did y'all change? We gave y'all some good looking buildings. Oh, please. Like that helped change anything. Change is with people. Changing things that are temporary, changing things that are materialistic, that doesn't do nothing for nobody. What about changing me as a person? Changing my thought process, changing who I am, so I can see this world for really what it is, which is a beautiful world. You see what I'm getting at? So anyway, guys, I got a call. Wait a minute. Give me a second, guys. So you know what? That's what I want to get at. The change that needs to happen. What changed? I mean, you can sit there and say things like, our policies have changed, and like people get all pumped up. Ooh, they elected their first black mayor. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. I don't care what color that you are. If you're not doing nothing to change a person, I don't care. It's not doing nothing. You change people change situations. You know what I'm trying to say? It's really, guys, it's really that simple. It's this right here. I know that I'm just one person, but the situation that we got going on right now, it's not hard, guys. It is not hard to change the situation that's going on. If the focus was on individualism and changing that individual to being a good person, an upstanding person, a great citizen, don't even show none of this crap that's going on TV, this negativity, the world will be completely different. But I know it's not going to happen that way because I don't own mainstream media. None of that. I don't own any of it. So when it all comes down to it, parents, guardians, mentors, keep these young people's mind on straight street. Do not let them go down there and become a part of this rioting stuff. It's absolutely, I don't care how long y'all march. I don't care how much you do it. It's not marching. Don't get me wrong. It's for, don't get me wrong, even peaceful protesting. That's a right to do it. The Constitution allows you to do it. But what good is it going to do if you're not able to get to the person that you're protesting against? If you're not able to get to the mind behind the system that has it like that, what good is it going to do? See what I'm saying? So people think that you think that you're doing something real good because you're down there yelling at some police officers' faces who police officers standing like this with their gun, and the National Guard, they're sitting there standing like this with their gun, and you sitting up there yelling at them, y'all need to quit doing this. Like, them police officers like, I didn't do y'all like this. Not that individual police officer. They ain't, you talking to the wrong person. That's what I'm saying. You need to go beyond that. I would love it. That's why I say if y'all could share on Facebook, I will. If Black Lives Matter, I don't care whatever organization you are part of, I would love for you guys to send me an email. Get on YouTube, look in the about section. There's an email there that says tsmith1264@yahoo.com. I would love for y'all to contact me so we can talk. I don't want to talk to you over the phone. I want to talk to you face to face in my house where my subscribers can see it. So there won't be no editing or anything like that. There won't be no crazy narrative. It's just a complete unbiased person that wants to just ask you why. I just want to ask you why. I don't care if I don't care if it's a Democratic or a Republican. If stuff is not happening in the cities and in the counties like y'all claiming, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, I don't care because I'm not a part of neither one of y'all parties. I just want to ask you, why did it not happen? And don't try to give me no political BS. Well, because we've been working on, no, you should be able to give me a straight answer. It didn't happen because we put our money over here in the suburb area instead of in the hood area. Oh, it didn't happen because we waiting for all the buildings around some of the St. Louis areas to actually crumble over in the fall so we can have somebody purchase it and put new things there and drive out the folks that were living there. Oh, we actually just waiting for all y'all to kill yourselves out. Really? I mean, we know the population. That's why we're doing the census. So last year in that particular municipal, there were 3,000 black people, and now there are 1,400 black people. Oh, wow. Yeah. Give us about another, and go, yeah, don't fix those houses. No. Landlords, do not fix those houses. Those houses are going to fall apart. There's nothing y'all can do. Let them move on. Then we're going to put our stuff. I mean, I'm telling you that's what I'm saying. Don't talk to me about this bull crap about what you're doing and change and all this stuff like that when you actually really not doing nothing, guys. That's what I'm saying. It is going to, when it all comes down to it, it's going to come down to the fact, like I said in the beginning, one of the biggest epidemics is fatherlessness. Fatherlessness, a bunch of strong men all together, making sure that you're watching over your watching over your wives. As I say, husbands watching over your wives, watching over your kids, everybody living in harmony, men making sure that ain't no harm about to come to none of these people that are our flock. It's crazy how animals will sit there and defend their children. Most of the time, animals are scared of certain type of predators. But you would be amazed how these animals all of a sudden flip the script when you about to come in there and bother their babies. But we don't do that. Take them. Take our babies. Take them. Kill our children. We don't really care. Their lives. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, I would really appreciate it. There's 283 of you guys in here. If you've been enjoying this talk, I've been enjoying what you guys been saying over here in the chat. Do me a favor and give it a thumbs up because y'all really been helping this video get circulated. And like I said, all you got to do is hit the thumbs up button. And the thumbs up, listen to me. The thumbs up is not you saying that you like me or that you like what I'm saying. If you feel that what I've been saying in this video right here is something that everybody needs to be hearing, you giving it a thumbs up will allow the video to circulate to way more avenues than what it's been circulating to. So I'd appreciate it if y'all would do that. So, oh no, you ain't got to worry about me giving them my address. I'm not giving nobody my address. When I say talk right here, I'm talking like talk with me face to face, where it can't be edited out. I will have my own. I will be in another. I will be somewhere. Matter of fact, I'll take them to look where I come from in my family. I got all kind of safe houses that I can go to. I will take them in the hood. I will set up my camera. We can talk and do our stuff there. I don't have to worry about it at all. Well, will we be safe around here? Yeah, you're gonna be safe around here. I'm just taking you there, period, so we can talk and get this thing out. And then when my recordings right here, I'll be to show the world. But no matter what, guys, I know what they do. They still will try to twist it and edit it in a way to fit how they want you to see it. That's what they would do. Not being unbiased. Y'all don't think I told you. Here's the thing. I understand that y'all trying to look out for me, but y'all got to realize this ain't my first rodeo. You seen some of the intros when it says public speaker. You think I'm crazy enough to give somebody my address? Don't worry about that. Do not worry about that. Okay. Brett Wall said, if you're ever in Nashville, I'd love to buy you dinner and talk some guitars. I was going to be in Nashville, but that event got canceled. Avery. I'm not Avery. Appreciate that. But it's not going to happen, no Avery. You want to know why? They don't, it's not going to happen because they don't want a real person talking to them. Not somebody that came from the ghetto, came from the hood, came from a single parent home, came from murder, came from all that different stuff, and still got 2 degrees. They ain't gonna want to talk to somebody like that for me to sit there and say, quit pushing this bull crap, sitting there saying, woo, I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, feeding all these kids a bunch of bull crap. And then want to make it seem like, look what I've accomplished as a black man. Look, I'm proud of myself that I got 2 college degrees, that I got a great career. I'm proud of that. But it shouldn't serve as a surprise. That's what I don't like. Whoa, you got 2 college degrees and medical degree, and whoa, as a black man, somebody lied to you. Somebody lied to y'all. I went through college just like my white friends. As a matter of fact, I was the only black person in the therapy program anyway. But I practically, as far as clinical skills and all that, I killed everybody on it. But should I feel special about it because I'm black? What? Why should I feel special? Oh, because you guys are not known for being, intelligent. So I'm saying that's the bullcrap that's being fed. So if a kid does something like graduate college, yes, you're gonna be happy for your child. But why is it like a what as a black man? What? Oh my God! Don't do that. That's crazy. Don't even do that, Bob. That's absolutely right. Say we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against rulers, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Absolutely. And that's what I've been saying this whole time. So anyway, appreciate the thumbs up from all you guys. And with that being said, I'll take some time right now if y'all want to. This is going to be a first come, first serve right now. If you have a question for me regarding what we're talking about right now or anything like that, go ahead and ask a question. I'm going to try to answer it as it comes, okay? All right, and I'm going to read it when your question comes. I'm going to read your name and I'm going to say what you asked. So, is Black Lives Matter a dangerous organization? Says Test Channel. It depends on what you mean when you say dangerous. I would say it's dangerous. I would say it's dangerous in that it sells false hope. Okay, I would call it dangerous that way. It's dangerous because you're not able to hear the voices of people that saying Black Lives Matter didn't do nothing for my child that got shot in Chicago, a 5-year-old girl. It's dangerous in that way. So what it does, it will cause a black person to hate a black organization that's actually funded by a white person. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, in a sense, yes, it's dangerous in a sense like that, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's dangerous in the sense of like doing anything physical, but it definitely will mess with a person emotionally and mentally because it doesn't do what they claim. It doesn't do what their name says. It doesn't do that. Maybe it does. Black Lives Matter when you're dead. So maybe it's supposed to be more words after that. I don't know. But in that case, that's me. Do you think there would be another C-19 spike? Yeah, only because they would say it is, just like it was a spike right here then. If it was not on camera with Floyd being murdered, if it was not on camera, they would have said, like the first coroner that ruled that he had underlying comorbidities or underlying other issues, they probably would have ruled his as, he actually tested positive for COVID and died as a result of all that together. I mean, yeah, it's going to be another spike because all these people rioting right now, they all in each other's face, slobbing and spitting and yelling and particles flying all over each other. So by the time all this die down and flu season come back around, it probably is going to be another spike. I don't know, though, but it ain't going to be a spike really in the summertime because it's too hot. It can't live at past 80 or 85 degree temperature. So Two Bob said, don't all lives matter? Yes, it does. And if black people want to come against me and be mad about it, so be it. If you black, you call yourself a Christian or a minister, you know good and well it is going to be wrong to sit there and single out one race of people and say they matter. If that's the case, your church should only be filled with black people, not mixture of people. So don't know. It does all in Christ's eyes, who I serve and who I'm after. And I'm not talking about people who say, well, see, you serving a white Jesus. I don't know who that person is, y'all drew up. The person that hanging on the cross that's got white, long, flowy hair and a beard. I don't know who that is. That's somebody I read back one of the dang on Michelangelo, whoever it was, painted that's what Jesus was. I don't know what Jesus looked like, but the pictures that I see or even in the movies, that's not Jesus. I don't know who that. Those are actors. That's somebody that they painted. But as far as what Jesus looked like, I don't know. And I'm going to keep it that way. But I do know according to who he is and what he's done for me, everybody life matter. That's just so crazy. If you came around, you know what I'm saying? You just don't, people look what it's doing to folks psychologically. Coming from a single parent home, we had to have something called a lunch card at school. Okay. A lunch card. Do you know how terrible it made me feel and other people that grew up in the same hood that was in my classroom? Do you know how terrible it made us feel when they said all the kids with the sack lunch go to the front of the line? Even though they didn't know it, but all the kids who parents packed their lunch and gave them the sack lunch, they got to go in line before us that had a card. You instantly felt like they were better than you, even though that wasn't the message that was being pushed off, but just the feeling that it gave us, it made me feel terrible. It made me feel like I was unworthy. Like, man, like, did the teacher call you Tylen? Ty? Come in. I go up there and get my card. Marcus, Jerome, Terrell, John, all of us going up there and getting our card. We got to get in the back of the line because we got a lunch card. So even though that may not have been the reason, but the message that was pushed to us was that we were less than the ones that had a sack lunch. So if you got a sack lunch, you cream of the crop. But if you got a lunch card, you in the back of the line. And then what it did, it made me ask my teacher, how come the kids with the lunch bags get to go first and the kids with the lunch card don't get to go first? And you know what it came down to? because their parents can fix their lunches. In other words, it came down to economic status. They were on a higher economic status than the rest of us, so they got to go first. But us that had a lunch card, we had to be in the back of the line. So the reason why I'm using that analogy right there, and that is a true life story, is this. When you go around, keep on saying Black Lives Matter, how do you not feel as a white person that it makes you feel like yours don't? And then if you dare say mine does, you man, I'm sorry, y'all. I would be heated. I will be completely heated because that's how it would make me feel. If somebody went around and said, just think what you think would happen if they said only black men lives matter, only black men lives matter, only black men lives matter, only black men lives matter. You're gonna instantly have them sisters. Excuse me. What y'all ain't the only ones. See what I'm saying? But it'll be okay if they did it. But if white people, if y'all do it, now there's a problem because y'all got a white card, y'all got a white privilege. You know that. Please, the heck out of here. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry. I try to go another question here. Let's see. Do black lives only matter when they are taken out by white men? Says Redeemer Jesus. Jesus. Yes. That's the only time I've seen it. Because a black life, do you see what the title of this video is? A retired, I'm calling him Captain Dorn, was murdered by black people. I don't see Black Lives Matter. And if they do show up good, I mean, they seen this video and I called them out, so they had to step up and do something. I did my job. I want them to prove me wrong. No, let's see. Oh, a lot of y'all talking about the lunch card thing. Okay. Exactly. Okay. Berlin says, someone said, and I agree, instead of Black Lives Matter, it should be Black Lives Matter too. Berlin, I wouldn't even want that either. I wouldn't even, I mean, pretty much Black Lives Matter is saying Black Lives Matter too. That's pretty much what it's saying anyway. I mean, but I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't want that because, like I said, it's going to make the other person feel like they're inferior, like theirs don't. Even though that may not be the real agenda behind it, but that's what it would make me feel like. Flat out. Okay. Diana said, MRM, what is your take as Church Pearson on the president creating riot to get a photo op in the church, the DC area? I don't know. I'm sorry. You can turn anything into what you want it to be. You can turn anything into you want it to be, but he didn't cause this stuff to happen in DC or in all these places like that. I mean, if it was me, I would. I mean, no. Diana. Okay, Diana. I'll raise you another one. Okay, when you said this, Diana, when you said president creating a riot to get a photo op of the church in DC, no, I don't believe that he created no riot. I mean, no, not at all. I don't believe that at all. I do believe now. See, I will say this. I seen the picture that you're talking about. He was holding a Bible or something like that too, right? To me, it's so many things that can go into that. You got indivisible with liberty and justice for all. You got the whole thing, we're all, I know the whole thing about this is a godly nation, all that. So you got the President Trump sitting there with all that graffiti, with I don't even know behind him, and he's holding the Bible. And then we got on the back of our money, like in God we trust. Maybe he's just trying to make a statement. For instance, what if he had not Donald Trump? Let me not say this. What if, like, y'all ever seen things where it was making a statement like back in those days? Like, I've been studying this history lately, and it'll show like they'll draw like a certain type of person that's running for a candidate, and he's standing on top of another candidate that signifies something. That's like a sign. Like, let's just say, I don't know who George Washington was running against, but let's just say they showed George Washington standing on top of the person that George Washington is going against. And what does that entail? You know what I mean? Like, what does that signify? What is that saying? What is the message behind that? So if Donald Trump is standing behind all this graffiti with the Bible in his hand, it might be some people saying that he's still saying Like, in God I trust, or I don't know. It's all what you want to make of it. Like I say, a picture said 1,000 words. That would be my take on it. But I think it may be him doing it as to be making a statement. I mean, they said he walked out of the White House, which no president has ever done, what they claim, and that he walked out of the White House, went there, took that picture, whatever the case may be. But I think that he might be pushing out a message. I don't know. Okay. Do you think kneeling, posting black and an image on social media virtue? I don't know. That's nothing. They're just people jumping on board. I'm mad. I'm upset. I agree. Post a black thing. I mean, you had teenagers doing it, don't even know what it was even for, what it even means. That's not going to do anything. I mean, I'm being real with y'all. I know a lot of my subscribers. I know that a lot of y'all done it, and I'm not coming down on y'all for doing it. I know you were doing it because you felt that that's the right thing to do, and that's completely fine. If you feel that that's the right thing to do, by all means, go ahead. But all I'm saying, I'm not saying that it's wrong to do that. I'm just saying that's not going to change nothing. A lot of these people that got platforms are only posting because they post anyway. But these same people was out at the club months ago looking like sluts or whatever like that, and being, I mean, to me, it's almost like it's hypocritical. Like, it's weird. To me, it's really, really weird. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all that are on Instagram or Facebook, you up there just looking like a complete mess, doing all this crazy stuff, but then all of a sudden you righteous. Now, I mean, it's weird. It's hard to accept that from people that do things like that. You got video of folks getting beat up on your channel and stuff like that. You showing, get her girl, beat her A, but now you up here talking about we tired of them killing us. You're not a credible source no more. No, you're done. I don't want to hear nothing from you. Yep. So Reagan Sushi Guy said, if Black Lives Matter, how come only a few are talking about David Dorn? Or I don't even know if Black Lives Matter even mentioned it. If they do, they're not going to dwell on like they is this, because this has no clout. Young people, right? Clout, right? No clout, right? It doesn't have no sustenance behind it. Ooh, so a black person killed another black person. What's new? Okay. Well, Karen Gray said, I can't help my white daughter in Florida to see Black Lives Matter ain't who they say they are. She has a mixed race daughter. Both my daughters have mixed children, and I love my grandkids. Well, because it's gonna make them feel like they kind of got like a little bit of oomph with the rest of them, like they cool and they down because of that. And then they'll start saying things that they never said in their life. My daughter is this, and she gonna have to go out in this world. No, she ain't going to go out in this world. Nothing. Quit telling them that. All this mess, man. I got a ton of friends, man, that I talk to and all that. I know that it makes them upset because they say things like, yeah, man, they doing this to us. They pulling us over for no reason. I'm like, has it happened to you? No, but I'm just saying, I personally, I'm sorry. Unless I'm missing something. I know some of my friends, I ain't talked to y'all in a while, but I don't recall you ever telling me that the police singled you out or pulled you over or did anything like that to you just because of the reason you being black. I don't even know y'all to even have a story like that. Okay. Mr. Nintendo Joe said, do you think one of the major problems is too many misplaced people and lack of government, trust government? Nope. Mr. Nintendo Joe, the problem is there are no fathers that are real fathers to their children. If men, black or white, I don't care who you are, if men actually became parents, not friends or buddies or hey, if you became men and if you became real fathers to your children, we would not be talking about this. Plain and simple. Because I'm going to protect my kids. I'm in my kids' life. I'm there. Hey, teachers did what? Wait, the teacher, who is this Mr. Something? Who is this Mr. Something? Well, a parent-teacher conference? Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah. It wouldn't be no issue. It's very significant, folks. And guys, I'm not saying nothing about women. I'm not saying nothing bad about you guys. But again, if you're not Christian and you're not really into church, you're probably not going to understand this, what I'm talking about. But in the Bible, it talks about how a spirit has been put out of a house. And they said that spirit go and search dry and wet land, whatever like that, seeing if it's a place that they can go back to. It said the only way that spirit can return back and get into the house is that that spirit overtakes the strong man. I know I'm about to make a lot of people mad. But you know what? I've already been on that boat to make a lot of people mad. So So be it. It says, God is the head of man. Man is the head of the woman. Now, what people instantly do, so what you trying to say? We ain't equal. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying, because the world shows that that's not what I'm talking about. I've had one boss in medicine that was a man. The rest of them were all women. So don't even go there with me. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about as far as your family unit, the strong man, real men, real husbands. You think my wife is sitting right in there? I'm talking just like, do you think my wife about to come? You ain't gonna. No. I'm a man. I'm not no macho. I treat my wife with respect, with dignity. I do all the things that you're supposed to do with. I love my wife. Okay, I do all the things you're supposed to do as a husband. Right? We have great conversations, whatever like that. No, I'm absolutely not perfect, and nor will I ever claim to be perfect. But my point is saying all that is, as a man in Christ, I'm over my wife, as in protecting, as in looking after, as to seeing that nothing comes to no harm to my wife or my kids, be it physical or spiritual. As a man that's over my house, ain't nothing about to come in here cause no disharmony in here. I don't care. Look, mama, if you listening, mother-in-law, if you listening, father-in-law, if you listening, brother-in-laws, if you listening, sister-in-laws, if you listening, cousins, if you listening, all of y'all, I would never let anybody come and cause no disharmony in my house. Love y'all to death, but you are not going to cause that. Not in mine. Absolutely not. See, when y'all see me getting like that, you don't see that part of me, but it's there, but you don't see it because I don't have to use it because it's already been established. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that, Mr. Nintendo Joe, that's what it is. Look, I some of y'all that's been following me for a while know a lot about my life story and how I came up where I am right now and what I'm doing. This didn't come by no government. This didn't come by the school system. It didn't. It came by individual men and women that while I was going through life, they played a part in my life in the development of who I am and what I am right now. Be it coaches, be it some teachers, after school program, volunteer women and men. Master Taylor in Taekwondo, my coach Harback, Coach Darlin, Coach Stevens, all these people, Zach Soa, a PA, love him, Dr. Becton, all these people played a significant role in my life. From my mom, some certain type of events, certain type of things that it could have been a conversation I had with one brother in the church that he don't know that completely changed the way I looked at things. All those things played a role. So in other words, the uplifting community around me caused these certain type of influence for me to go and seek these things out and do better for myself. But if all I was around was people saying, man, these white folks out here ain't, man, they after us, man. They oppressing us, man. They killing us, man. All the people, man. We tired of this stuff, man. If I keep on seeing that day after day, night after night, on the streets all the time, then I go in there to flip the TV on, all it's doing is keep on reinforcing what everybody on the streets is saying. What do you think I'm going to become? I'm going to become an angry black man or an angry black woman or disorderly conduct type of person. What the heck I go to school and get in trouble for? What do I got to be scared of? Daddy ain't at home. You know that what the thing was in my house. My sons, when they were little, if they got in trouble, it wasn't mama they were scared of. I know some of y'all say, "Oh, well, I was more scared of my mom, because you didn't have a daddy like me." I'm like, I was one of those dads. I'm super proactive. If my wife is getting on one of my sons, I'm there in the flat. I don't care if it's petty. I'm right there. What now? You did what? And my wife's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Okay." I'm just saying. That's how much I got my wife's back. That's how much I care about my kids, to know that if anything is going wrong, I don't care if my wife is in there taking care of it. Now you overstepped me too because you disobeyed something that I said too. So I'm getting in on this too. So that's what I'm saying. Where has that gone? This is what I'm talking about. Getting on the face-to-face level, eye-to-eye level with these young people, not just speaking to them in the crowd, because that's different. Kids act completely different when they're amongst a crowd of friends. So do other adults do too. We act completely different when there's one person talking to a crowd of us versus if that one person came down and took me off in the room and talked to me one-on-one. I'm telling y'all, it changes. It changes completely when you do it that way. Now I got your undivided attention. Now by me actually taking the time to go off to the side and talk to you on a personal level, you really see that I really do care about you. But just getting up in front of crowds of hundreds of people and saying things, yeah, it can do something to an extent, but it doesn't have the same effect on you that it does if I'm talking to you to a one-on-one level. One-on-one level changes things. That's why you got a best friend, ain't it? Any of y'all that got best friends, you and your sister might be best friends. You and your husband and wife might be best friends. You might got a buddy that's the best. Y'all became best friends. How? Because the time that y'all spent together one-on-one, y'all got to know each other. Y'all got to know each other's heart. That's how y'all became BFF. Y'all didn't become BFF where you just like nobody in here can say that I'm your best friend. You can say, oh my God, I love what you're saying, dude. I like your stuff. Dude, you are a wonderful man of God. You are a great Christian, but y'all don't know me. Y'all can, you kind of can because this is who I am for real. But the ones that know my heart, the ones that can have an effect on me, the ones that can cause some type of distraught if they were to say something harmful to me, those are ones that are me and that boy, me and my guy are like this, or me and my friend are like this, me and my wife are like this, me and my one of my best friends who birthday is today. Happy birthday, Jeremy. We like this. That became like that from us spending time with each other, getting to know each other, knowing each other's heart. That one-on-one stuff. That's how you become best friends. You don't become best friends just by not knowing the person. So I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of stuff y'all probably said after this that I completely missed. So Big Bad John, you said, are you banned here? I don't know. Are you saying something or doing something you shouldn't be saying? But you shouldn't be banned. I don't think you are. No. See, okay. Teresa Diane said, MRM, I read people have a problem with saying all lives matter because they feel it removes the attention from the problem of racism towards black people, not because the other lives wouldn't matter. Right. Okay. So what I will say to that, who told them that? Who's making them feel that way? If you feel ashamed for saying all lives matter because it takes away from the black person, that is a personal conviction of yours that you need to ask yourself why you feel that way, if you indeed feel that way. But if you only saying that because you've been taught to say that, or again, you read it off the brochure, you hear a ton of people saying these things like that. Man, how is a little bitty 11-year-old kid gonna come to me and say, we're being disproportionately targeted by the police? Little boy, you ain't even lived a life yet. Ain't no police messing with your little bud. Shut up. We're being disproportionately sought out by the police, and we're not gonna take it anymore. You ain't even experienced puberty yet. Shut up. You know, police messing with you. That's what I'm saying. You it's stuff that's constantly. What are y'all doing to these kids? Kids can't even be kids yet. Y'all making these kids little soldiers already. They don't even know what they're even talking about. I'm sorry, Teresa Diane. You said a wrong person. It wasn't you, Teresa. I'm sorry. It was Renzi Fabe said, I read people have a problem saying all lives matter. Okay, I'm sorry, wrong person. Teresa Diane, is because your name was right above that, so I'm sorry. So anyway, okay, guys, in a second here, I'm getting ready to open up another chat. Y'all see Drew Mitchum? Mama Don, are you actually in the place where you can actually talk, or are you still spending time with the grandkids? Chris said, love it, man. Great talk. No, it's the truth. I ain't trying to be mean. It's the truth. These kids out here going around doing some dang on, like they experience some type of, and then if they do have an issue with somebody of a different color, they getting taught to yell racism, and it's not. And then a white person got to come to school knowing that their child or their family is not racist, and then the white person got to try to show and prove that they don't. So then they come up with stuff that just makes them feel like they're digging a deep hole. They're like, I'm not racist. I can never be racist. I have a lot of black friends, and it just makes it worse for them. It's like, white people, listen to me. If anybody makes you feel like you are racist, flat out just tell them, I'm not racist. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you feel. If you think I'm racist, that's on you. It's bull crap. That's it. Leave it at that. They're going to respect that. They're going to respect it. Don't sit there and, I'm not racist. I got black friends. I got black people I work with. Don't do none of that. Just say, you think I'm racist? You know what? Screw you. Screw you. I'm not no racist. Screw you. You just trying to use that as a rebuttal to make me racist, but that's your thoughts, not mine. Screw that. I'm not racist. And that's all I'm going to say. Moving on. That's what you do. If anybody try to make you feel that way. Okay, stick with the baby. All right, Mama Don, you can keep the babies. I might try to bring it on a little later then. Okay, Mr. Nintendo. I'm sorry, y'all. If I missed some of y'all comments already, I'm so sorry. Grayman Media said, I'm sorry, Grayman Media. Grayman Media said, so no outrage over David Dorn's grisly murder, no angry protest, no sanctimonious yelling, screaming. Oh, wait, that's right. You'd have to stop rioting. Yeah. Or, oh, wait, his life didn't matter. They regurgitate what's being vomited, says Ivan. Absolutely. It was said to me. Kevin in Muskegon said, Ty, little kids actually are in it with police because no dads, moms are working or gone. Yep. Okay, Mr. Nintendo said, do you think today's youth has a problem with forming relationships and the ability for civil discussion? And if they are going to inherit a nation, are you worried? No, I'm not worried, because no matter what, just like me, God always has somebody that's behind there. My youth that I mentored, they're going to be doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. People that I talk to on the jobs, some of the ones I talk to on the internet, some of the ones that's like from my church that grew up around me, little ones, but they ain't little more, they're grown. They're listening to me and they're seeing this. And we doing these talks because this is what gets people that you have to get them to see it in a different light than what's being portrayed, because what's being portrayed is not light. What's being portrayed is darkness. And if all you can see is darkness, you don't know where the fault lies at. The Bible says a man that walking in darkness knoweth not where he stumbled. So if you are walking in darkness and all you being taught is darkness and all you're doing is darkness, when you mess up, you're not even able to see that you did anything wrong. And then you feel that you don't done anything wrong because you can't see that you've done anything wrong. Why? Because you walk in darkness. And it makes sense. That's why they're doing it. All these people are doing is proving that the words and the things in the Bible is absolutely 100% right. Words of wisdom of Solomon, words of wisdom of Jesus is absolutely right. I don't care how anybody, the stuff was first said in the Bible, and I don't care if a son can, y'all, what John Lennon said, all you need is love. Boom. All you need is love. If you have love, you see what it said, love is kind, love is sweet, love is not, I mean, all these things that it says love is. It says all these things that love is, but that is not being shown. We got songs that says, where's the love? And that's the issue. Love casted out all fear. If fear is being pushed amongst people, you can be controlled with it. Love doesn't try to control you. Love actually gives you the wisdom. Love actually gives you the way to see things to where you can be free. Free from what? Mental bondage. Mental bondage of what? Oh, we're being held down by the man. I went to college without nobody's help. I didn't get to college from like getting in there with some organization that helped me. No, I got there because I did what I was supposed to do in track. I kept up with like with my coach telling me, don't mess up, stay out of, don't go to, I was living with my pastor at the time too, don't go into the streets, don't hang out with, man, my friends all knew this. And if you had real good friends like I did, the ones that was actually part of that life, they would actually say to me, hey, you good, bro? Hey, y'all, Tyler, hey, they getting ready to go hang out on such and such, but Tyler, we know you ain't going, man, but that's cool. We know you ain't about that life. That's what real good hood buddies would do in the streets. They won't be saying, yeah, come on, man, quit being a punk, man. Come on, bro, quit being a mark nigga, man. Come on. That's what no. The ones that really are real, that's cool with you from the streets, that, hey, no, cuz you don't need to be coming over here, cuz we about to go over there on we about to go over there on Marietta, cuz we about to go over there on the south side, cuz hey, we about to go over there on Packer Street. You don't need to be over there, cuz. They knew that. Hey, all right, but we'll holler at you later. That's what they would do. So no, that's the issue. I told you they walk in darkness, man. Okay, Football Dad says if you are a white guy and mention the riots and looting are wrong, you automatically are called a racist. Part of the problem and don't care about George Floyd. It gets old real quick. Football Dad, don't let nobody make you feel that way. Just like right now, people that don't believe in God, or I don't care if they come down on me, and I'm not gonna be like, well, I don't want to say that because they're gonna be like, you can't prove God. Look, I don't care what you think about not proving God. I don't care. I know what happened to me and what changed me, and ain't nothing gonna change me from diverting from that. I do not care. So what I'm getting at there with Football Dad, if you know that deep down in your heart that is not your intentions, I don't care what people think. Don't care. Football Dad, tell them you can say what you want to, but rioting and looting is flat out wrong. Man, you just a racist because that's because you white and ain't nobody come down, and you can come right back at them. Ain't nobody coming down on your side. You can come right. Football Dad, get the facts. Look, you talking about 1,004 people were murdered by police officers last year in 2019. 55% white people are killed by police officers annually. That means 520 white people were killed last year and 270 black. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out who being oppressed. Well, because we've been disproportionately. It doesn't look like that. That ain't what the statistics say. I'm just saying. And then when you should hit them with statistics, you know what they're gonna do? We know F you. You just no. See now, don't even get into the conversation. We just move on. But don't feel bad about that. None of y'all should. None of y'all should feel bad about that. People are there calling me my own black people calling me like some of them that were in here calling me Uncle Tom and all this. That stuff don't work on me. I don't care. As long as I know who I am in Christ, I can care less who Uncle Tom. Whoever Uncle Tom is, if I was an Uncle Tom, I wouldn't be serving him either because he ain't God. So you're wrong on that one, no matter what. That's what I'm saying. That's how much I know that I'm in this thing called the gospel with good news, telling you that the main way that's going to be able to change a lot of this stuff like that is because it's godless. You can say we founded on a godly nation all you want to, but the nation has turned its face away from God, and it's being shown. This ain't no God. What we seeing right now is not God. And if it's not God, who else is going to be? The opposite. Now, let me not say opposite. There is no opposite to God. But what we're seeing is people that's ran by evil. There are angels that are here on earth that look just like you and me, called Nephilim. Whether you want to believe it or not, they're not with big old wings and sharp teeth or tails and nothing like that. They look exactly like you and me. You would not even know it, but they're among you, influencing you, flat out. That's why some of y'all have friends and all stuff like that. When you got in trouble, he disappeared. You ain't even hear from him no more. Well, I had a friend named Marcus. Who's this Marcus? His name is Marcus Thomas. Well, let me see. Marcus Thomas. Let's look at. We never heard of a Marcus Thomas. Did Marcus Thomas ever see who his mom was? He ain't got no mom. Did he ever say who his dad was? He ain't got no dad. Yeah, that was a Nephilim. Oh man. No, I hear you, Buddy Wiser. Buddy Wiser, I get it. I'm with you. That's what I'm telling y'all. I know what y'all, I understand what y'all feeling. I know when y'all say, call me racist all you want to. Yeah, they're going to. And long as you know that deep down in here that you are not, I don't care what nobody calling you. Don't care. And I tell people all the time that as long as I know who I am, what you say about me is irrelevant. I don't care. I do not care. You think I'm joking? He said, you tripping. I'm just telling you. They look just like us. Okay. A lot of white kids get messed up by cops, too. It's not just about black community, man. Dwayne Hunt, you absolutely right. Why do white people get messed up by cops? And the reason why we don't know that because they're not showing you guys taking those beatings. That's why. Let's see here. John Doe said, obviously, black lives don't matter to people who claim black lives matter. It's just a movement, people jumping on board with it, but ain't doing nothing behind it. Infomography says, do people really believe no white people get killed by cops? A lot of black people believe that. You want to know why? Because they're not showing y'all being killed by cops. They're only showing us being killed by the cops. That's it. They're only showing us. That's all. That's why nobody believes it. That's why they believe that we are the only ones. That's why they believe that we're oppressed. That's why. Because it's only showing us being shot, being killed. But what? I mean, it's so crazy. We're oppressed. We killing each other, but we're oppressed by the white people. Black people, we kill way more of us than white people kill us, but we are oppressed by the white people. I'm missing something. Do you think in order to get any remote truth of the news, you have to read between the lines? Yep. Or you got to go on channels like mine or other channels that y'all know of that y'all said y'all seen. I don't know. Y'all said Brandon Tatum or Candace Owens, Larry Ellis, all these different people that look just like me, who all of us are saying this. It's crazy. Nobody wants to believe it though, because nobody, they can't see this. They can't see it. And again, the reason why they can't see because they walk in darkness. A person that walking in darkness do not know where they stumble. And should they do stumble on something, they won't be to feel that they're at fault because they're going to say, I didn't do nothing wrong because they can see that they done nothing wrong. Why couldn't they see that they done anything wrong? Because they're in darkness. Eyes are just blinded. Haley says, what would you say to people who say if you don't constantly post on your social media Black Lives Matter, then it's silence, it's consent to why? That's a no. I ain't falling for that. Ain't no dang on silence is consenting. Silence consenting. Don't nobody want to talk about those people that got killed in Chicago? Don't nobody want to tell on the person that shot that police officer in St. Louis? See, it only when it comes to white people do they say that. If you're not saying that Black Lives Matter and you're being silent about it, then you're consenting to the white violence. Black Lives Matter ain't saying nothing about black people getting killed. So are they consenting to the violence too? Well, no, that's different. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Take that what you're saying and apply it to Black Lives Matter when black people get killed by black people. Then we can talk. Okay, let me see. My general just said something. Lots of people are asking if they can put this on Facebook. Please put it on Facebook. Yes. Put it on Facebook. Capt says we are all unconsciously a little racist, but that is to do with cultural pride. No, I totally disagree with that. I have no idea what you're talking about with that one. I'm not racist at all. Never have been in my entire life. Ever been racist. No way. There's no way that nobody that's calling themselves a Christian or a man of God. No, man, you can't know it. There's no way. There's people that grew up with white and Latino people grew up with me. So I don't understand how that would even be a what? Nuh-uh. Again, that may be something that you feel or something that you experience in your life, but don't put that on everybody else. Like somebody says, like some people try to say things like, we all do sick things, but just people don't see it. No, just you. That's you doing sick stuff, not me. Don't be trying to put us all in the same boat because you're doing some pervertish. Don't do that. So when you say all of us are a little racist, no, that's just you. No, I'm not agreeing to that. I'm sorry, I can't agree to that. No, all of us are a little racist because of our culture. Absolutely not. Zero Hero says, what does murder have to do with Black Lives Matter? Nothing. It just gives them a lot of attention and possibly going to push for donations and all that stuff like that. That's what it does. I have Christian friends coming against me because as a Christian, I don't believe in the Black Lives Matter narrative. Any tips on how to talk with them? Yes, Sky is absolutely a tip on how to talk with them. There's no way. If they separate that out, then guess what? They're not doing what the Bible says. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Christ died for the sins of the world, but way more, he died for black people, though. Even though Christ died for everybody, he especially died for black folks. So we're a little bit more special than the rest of y'all heathens. So, but no, there's no way you're going to be a Christian and be mad at somebody because you said all life matters. Because if that's the case, that church need to kick all the white folks out and only have the black people come to church. And y'all white people, I don't know what y'all can do. Y'all can just, I don't know, sit back. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But no pastor should be getting up there saying anything like that. I'm sorry. I got a good friend right now, good friends that are ministers right now. And they show me videos of a pastor getting up there and saying, listen to me, Black Lives Matter. Why would you do that? You supposed that's your own. You supposed to be up there talking about Christ's love and Christ's love for all people and how Christ died for the sins of the world and how you can be a better person than what you are right now. And there are so many benefits in Christ, but Black Lives Matter. I told you before already. It'll make me feel so inferior. Like I told you when I was in school, the kids with the sack lunch or cold lunch got to go in line first, and us that had a lunch card had to stand in the back. You instantly felt like you was like worthless. Like I guess we a little bit, at least, then for no reason, you instantly get mad at your friends who got a cold lunch. You think you all that because you got a cold lunch. They didn't even do nothing. You feeling that way. And they didn't even do nothing. They thought their parents gave them good sandwiches with potato chips. And that was you got to go drink that nasty white milk or that chocolate milk. Hey, but the pizza was good though. So anyway, but no Christian should, to me, Christians, if they are saying it, they are saying it out of ignorance. They're saying it out of ignorance. If you are a Christian minister or a Christian man and saying Black Lives Matter, you really need to ask the Holy Spirit to help and lead and guide you on what you're saying, because what you're making other people feel like is they don't matter. That's what you would make people feel like. There was a time where I think somebody was getting ready to do, I forget who it was in the Bible. Y'all, you got to help me with this. I'm just paraphrasing. That somebody was getting ready to do something to Jesus, and Jesus mentioned something to her, and she said something like she'd just take the crumbs from the master's table because she wasn't a Jew. And he was like, you know, I haven't seen a greater faith. You know what I mean? And what about no Jew, no Gentile, no Greek, no male, nor female, but Black lives, though? That's different. Come on now. Come on. So anyway, folks, with that being said, I'm getting ready to check out. Okay, and the Deadwood, Francis Howland, Black Lives Protest. Sure, some scenes COVID now has been cured. Exact Deadwood, I said at the beginning of the video, man. I said that right at the beginning of this video. Like, man, racism, false narrative racism cured COVID. So, yeah, Gabriel, you know, that you done in here now. I'm not delusional, but if you want to think that, you know what, matter of fact, I'll let you stay there. I'm not putting you out because you know what you just said, it didn't offend me. I like I said, I know what operates behind you. You don't, but I do. But it's not gonna work in here, man. It can't. What Gabriel said, Gabriel told me believing in Christ makes me effing delusional. Yeah, you would say that. But what you don't understand is what just operated in you to get you to say that. You don't think that you're delusional to that, though, do you? I said this myself. Where did that thought come from? Where did that thought come from? See, Gabriel H., where did that thought come from? It's easy, man. You guys always show up when I'm talking about something to do with positivity, something to do with Christ, people bettering themselves, and getting people to see the actual light. I expect you to show up. So I'm not surprised by it. I'm not surprised by your words because I know what operates behind you. I know you. I know what spirit you of. I know what spirit is operating behind you. It's the same spirit that's operating behind that cop that killed Floyd. It's the same spirit that's operating behind those people that are rioting and destroying their communities. It's evil. So it's easy. Are you calling me evil? No, I said the spirit that's operating behind you that you are agreeing with to get you to say what you just said. Yeah, I know you never came across somebody like that that's really in Christ, have you? I know. You thought I was about to get all mad and not ready and taken out of my game, and you just about to, doesn't happen. Nice try, though. So anyway, folks, like I said, with that being said, I'm getting ready to check out, take a little bit of a break, and I got to get ready to do my reaction videos, to get ready to upload, and I will be catching you guys on the reaction videos. Again, if you enjoy what I was doing in here, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your comments. To the ones I wasn't able to get to y'all comments, I totally apologize. Thank you for the good people in here. Thank you for the bad people in here. Thank you for the evil people that are in here, because all you showing is that I must be doing something right. So with that being said, some of you guys may not have been subscribed to me. If you've been watching me for a while and have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We'll really appreciate it if you did that. Also, by giving this video a thumbs up, you allow it to be circulated. I do not care if you share this on your Facebook. You can share it where you want to. I totally am with you on it. I go ahead and do it. And also, that's if you want to donate to the cause, down in the description of this video where it says, like, you see something that says, if you enjoyed what you've seen, there's something that's down there called Patreon, and there's an Instagram link right there. If you want to donate there, you can. You don't have to. That's only if you want to. I don't need anybody's money. I got a great career, but should you want to donate because of that reason of that, or for some reasons y'all just been doing it, I'm just throwing it out there. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Love you all. The good ones and the bad ones. It does not matter, because God love is in me, and I love you all despite of who you are and what you've done and who you are. We get into the heart of this thing, right? This never happened before. We're going to keep this thing rolling. I'm getting ready to do some reaction videos for you guys to post up here a little later, and I will catch you all then. Mansi Anya Ame Bataya. Me Bataya Sike Yamu.